Hey everybody, I am back for another video review, and this time we're taking a look at the Power Rangers Samurai Megazord set. Now this set in particular comes with 5 individual Zords. We have the Turtle, Bear, Lion, Dragon and the Ape Zord. Now in the show, in the Power Rangers Samurai show, these are pronounced as the folding Zords. And for this set, that is kind of not true. I mean, there is some folding involved, but there's no actual shapes that come out of this. The only exception to this, though, is the Turtle, which can form the badge form purely down to transformation only. The badge emblem mode was a really big thing in the Japanese show Shinken-Oh, which is obviously the counterpart to Power Rangers Samurai. I really do feel that this set is missing that feature tremendously. This set could have done with this feature, because other than these and the transformation and putting it together, there's really not a lot to it. As far as the detailing is concerned, each one does feature their symbol in some shape or form. You can see here the Turtle features its kanji symbol. The Bear, however, does not, purely down to the fact that it's unpainted. I mean, it is there, but it's severely unpainted, and you can tell the legs are meant to come off. This is really meant to be pulled apart and put back together. It's really meant for the kids of 5 and 10. Mouth does open and close on the Bear, so you do have that feature, but other than that there's not really a lot to the Bear. For the Lion, mouth does open and close. The legs are pegged in, so you can move them out, but they're pretty much stuck like that. The back legs, again the same, they're pegged in, they just stay in one position. You see the painted symbol here at the top, however it's not carried over from the other bits, which is a real disappointment. You've got 2 big connection joints here on the back, as well as you can see the connection joint for things later on down the line. We have the Blue Dragon, which is basically a hexagon chopped in half and has his legs showing, and you can attach the sword to the back of him via that little hole there. Insert, and you basically end up with a giant tail coming out the back. It's not how it's featured on the show. This one in particular is the real disappointment, because it does not represent well what's in the show. The mouth does open and close, and that's about it for this guy, and again missing painted symbols. The Ape, lacking a few details, but again you can tell that this is an ape, monkey, primate of some sort, and does feature painted detail on its symbol. However, this is the one that I really do feel that could have used its folding ability, especially when it comes to later on down the line when you've got all the accessory Zords and you want to create the Megazord. This one kind of gets resorted to being the third arm of every other combination, where on the Megazord it just drags along the floor. You would have picture Turtle on the side, and picture this guy on the side just dragging along the floor. Really should have had that ab crunch just to make it more compact. I'm not bothered with it actually forming a triangle, but I really would wish that it compacted a little more so it didn't look like a giant arm sticking out of nowhere. But that's it for this guy. Now, I do feel that this set doesn't really appeal to collectors. If you're really short on shelf space, then okay, this set might be the set for you, especially with the accessory Zords that come later on down the line. It is good for the kids ages of 5 and upwards. So a kid is not going to be disappointed with these. For a collector, you are missing a lot of key features that do appear in the show if you're a fan of the show. But anyway, enough with that, let's get on with the combination. Now, to start off with the legs, you want to, number one, take that out. And press this little grey button here to allow you to release the helmet. It does get a little stuck sometimes. Don't try and force it out, otherwise you'll break the tab that's in here and then you won't be able to store it. And there is the helmet. Take this piece and fold it like that, and then fold the head that way. And there we have Dragon in leg mode, and you can see the symbol there, but severely lacking in paint. Take the bear, fold all these little legs and limbs up, and fold that up like that. Turtle, just split apart, fold in the head. This one's got a very ratchety joint, like it's really stiff. Fold in the flippers, take that, and take this piece and flip it like that. And the Ape Zord, just fold these pieces out like that, and there you have the other arm. Now the main body unit, the lion here, basically what you want to do is take these pieces and fold them up. Take the legs and fold them into the legs of the Megazord. Take this top piece and fold that down like that. And then basically just connect all the limbs to the main body. So green goes here, blue goes here, yellow will attach here, pink, then we have the head reveal, unfold the helmet and plug the helmet on. So now he's finally put together, you can see that the Samurai Megazord is okay. I mean, the limbs are all in proportion. A little bit different to how he appears on the show, of course. The legs obviously go a little bit more up, and there's a lack of thighs, which this one has. You of course do have the sword, which does slot into each side here. Or you can place it in the hand like that. Now you do have some articulation with this toy, not a lot, but you do have articulation in the right wrist down to transformation only. The arm moves all the way around, same with the other arm. Legs do not move apart from this swivel here, which is obviously down to the connection. And that's about it for articulation. Now, this set in particular, I do feel is lacking a lot. It is a little bit more in proportion, but it does look a little cartoony. And a lot of the connection joints for other accessory mecha or accessory Zords down the line, basically you've got this connection joint here. So all your accessory Zords are going to attach here, and you've got some little pegs here on the legs that the drills will attach to later on, which again differs from the TV show. I do think on display this actually does look good. It just doesn't sit right with me that this looks so different and this has less features than what you see on the show. As far as plastic quality, it's okay. It does feel a little bit more cheaper than what we've had before, but that can be down to how the shapes are and how it's all put together. Now, is this a good substitute for the Shinken-Oh? My personal opinion, no. I don't think that this is a good substitute. It does have all the detail in terms of the main detail, but other than that, it's lacking that thing for collectors, which is all the features, all the gimmicky stuff. For kids for ages 5 till 10, maybe even upwards, this is good. And if you're a collector that's really short on shelf space and you want to collect the other things, you know, this is good for you as well. However, I personally do not feel that this was a well put together set. I'll say that bluntly. I do have the Samurai Shinken-Oh and all of the accessory mecha that comes with it, and I have got it in Samurai Ha-Ho mode at the minute, and yeah, it takes up a lot of shelf space. So this set in particular, if you want to get the Ultras, you know, the Megazord Ultra combination at a smaller scale, this is the one for you. Now, if you do want the full-on Shinken-Oh, it is pretty easy to find on the aftermarket if you want the Japanese version. However, there is pictures and, of course, when I say pictures, there are more than pictures. There's video and so on of the Shinken-Oh being in the 20th Power Rangers 20th anniversary line, where it's basically the Shinkenger in his box with a load of Power Ranger 20th anniversary stickers on it, and it says Import Megazord. So my personal feeling is, if you want the Shinken-Oh, you can either get the Shinken-Oh on the aftermarket, or you can get the Shinken-Oh via the Import Megazord in the 20th anniversary line. I like the fact that Bandai America has done this, so you can actually experience the Shinken-Oh. This set is a good set for kids, and if you want to save on shelf space. My personal opinion, I do like the Shinken-Oh better, but that's nothing to stop you buying this for your kids. It's good for Christmas presents, birthday presents, but the way that it feels for me makes it feel like it's not worth the retail price versus what a kid would feel from it. And there are some things that this set does better, like the sword, for example, is better detailed. The limbs are more in proportion to what you would actually see with an actual robot, and what we consider, you know, in proportion of there actually being thighs and legs, knees. It is a little bit more in proportion, but it is nothing like it is on the show. It looks similar, but it really does depart from the show, especially when you attach the accessory Megazord, you know, the accessory parts on it. But anyway, I do recommend this set for the kids, and if you're really short on shelf space, this is a good substitute if you're short on shelf space. But if you have the cash, go get the Shinken-Oh. Anyway, that's it for this review, and I will see you guys later.